Hey y'all, I'm kind of winging it today. I was watching YouTube for different recipes for quinoa, and so this one guy was doing, or this one gal, was kind of like a Mexican quinoa. So she started with a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and then she added some chopped onion and some bell pepper. And of course this is the Epicure flexible cutting mat. Makes this nice and easy to put in. I've already done my quinoa using my multi-purpose steamer. When you use the multi-purpose steamer for your quinoa and rice, put the little tray inside there and the top. That'll prevent you from having spillage in your microwave. Also with the quinoa, rinse it off. If you've cooked quinoa and it seemed a little bitter, yeah, rinse it off real good. And then this time, for the first time, instead of just plain water, I used the Epicure vegetable broth and mix that with water. One thing, it just adds a little bit more flavor and doesn't add the sodium like you see in some, other broths. Yeah, there's some really fun quinoa recipes, and quinoa is a great source of a lot of goodness. I will link below all the wonderful things that are packed into quinoa. It helps me because I love my carbohydrates, and it kind of satisfies that for me, and but doesn't have the big carbs, so another reason I like it. All right, so with my onion and bell pepper, I'm just adding a can of corn. And when I was watching this recipe, once the gal kind of got going with getting everything cooked, she was adding all these spices, and I was like, all the spices she was adding, I thought, that sounds pretty much like the Epicure Fajita seasoning, because what I've got in here is chili powder, I've got salt, garlic, onion, mustard, black pepper, lemon, cayenne pepper, and some other herbs. So I'm able to get my seasoning all out of one bottle instead of she's like, put a teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of that. No, I've got it all packed right here. So another beautiful thing about the Epicure spices. Taco probably would be good too if you have the taco. This does have the kosher check, non-GMO, and is gluten-free. So that's where I'm going to get my easy seasoning from. Now I'm going to add some black beans, and I rinsed my black beans. For one, even though I got the low sodium, I still like to watch my sodium, and then I didn't want to get that other juice that's in your can, because I was afraid it would kind of muddy this up a bit. And I wanted it to stay pretty with all these beautiful colors. And then next, I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but I can't wait till the farmer's market. Although I did get some really sweet cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes from the grocery store the other day. I was really pleased with them, but there's nothing like homegrown tomatoes, right? So I'm going to start with a tablespoon of my fajita seasoning. And because you can always add, but you can't take away. So start with a tablespoon. Of course, you get some protein here from the black beans and then the quinoa, but if you wanted to add some meat to it, you do you, right? You do you. But this would just be a nice, healthy, nourished bowl. Great for lunch. So now I'm going to add some of my quinoa. Yeah, these multi-purpose steamer, those of you that have the multi-purpose steamer, you know, this is such a wonderful tool. And they don't call it multi-purpose for nothing, do they? There's so much you can do. And this is safe as far as silicone, FDA food safe, and you can put it in microwave. It's good up to 425 degrees, and you can put it in the dishwasher. If you haven't tried any of our silicone products, you know, start small with a little rectangle steamer, or start with the omelet maker. Boy, that's going to make your breakfast quick and easy. And then when you see how many ways you can use, like the multi-purpose steamer, and that you're pulling your omelet maker out all the time, then kick it up a notch and get the multi-purpose steamer. Make sure that's stirred up real nice. Oh, you can smell the fajita-ness. Is that a word? Fajita-ness? Well, let's try a bite of this fajita-ness. Get a little tomato, a little corn, a little black bean, a little quinoa. Oh man, Karen, that's good. Karen, that's real good. I know what you be having for lunch this week. Oh yeah, you definitely get the fajita seasoning. And of course, nice flavor from the tomatoes and that soft texture, but yet you still get a little bit of crunch from the corn and a little firmness from the beans. Oh yeah, y'all need to try this. Yeah. So, yeah, because you saw how easy it was. Of course, this I already did in the microwave, because frequently I will do this on my meal prep. So I just have the quinoa ready to, you know, add for anything. But then everything else was like a can of corn, can of beans, can of chopped tomatoes, and then the fajita seasoning. All right, good people. I hope you enjoyed this and give it a try. And as always, happy, healthy eating. Bye.